Welcome. Welcome to the Sad Quarantine stream, the stream where I'm not actually that sad, but I'm definitely on quarantine helping my friends, my loved ones by staying home and not spreading this deadly disease that is COVID 19. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Today is another art stream, another very special art stream. As usual, I have to warn everyone, I get very nervous doing art streams. So, like, forgive me if I'm a mess while I'm doing this. I'm not used to have people watching me while I draw. Um, but I'm getting better. I'm hopeful. And I feel that I'm getting better each stream. I'm getting less nervous each stream. Drink some water over here. So how you guys doing? How you guys do? Are you guys okay? I hope you guys are okay. As usual, I say life is very hard, but things are going to get better. Together, we can make our lives better. um, so what can I say? I wish I was able to make like cool introductions, right? Cool introductions like, hey, have a good pre-show, like a good banter before I actually start drawing. But sadly, I'm not that fun. So all I know to do is play some games and draw some stuff. So I guess this little introduction in the beginning of the stream is going to be a little bit boring. As usual in the art streams, there is no background music. The intent is that if you wish, you can put your own background music. So you can make your own playlist and just listen to the music you want. I will be listening to the music I like, but you guys are not going to be able to hear that. To hear it. So yeah, put your own music. This stream is only my voice and my weird drawings. What else can I say? What else do I have to say? I don't know. Maybe I should just go. Just start. Just start. Just start. Today I'm quite happy because I didn't look at the news. So if there's some bad shit happening, which probably is, I don't know. If some terrible shit happen, I don't know. I'm not aware of it. and I'm happy because of it. Like ignorance is such a blessing. Such a blessing. I'm so calm and relaxed. Today, it rained. It rained, which is amazing. I love rain. And when rains, I'm like even more relaxed than usual. So like, fuck, I'm having such a good time. Such a good time all the time. So yeah, let's turn on Photoshop. This is the art stream, as you guys can see. There's Photoshop, my dear beloved Photoshop. Um, so yeah, let's start. Oh, I forgot to turn on the chat on my phone so I can read the chat. That's the important part of this streaming, right? Reading the chat. I mean, right now there's no one here, but soon people might show up, and I have to talk to them. I have to be a social streamer. I have to socialize with my chat, which is very nice. Always very nice to socialize with my chat. Right now, my chat has only good people in it, so I'm happy about it. I'm happy about my chat. Very nice people, very polite, nice people. I appreciate nice and polite people. So, without further ado, let's start. Let's start this. Although, maybe I should put just a second. I put some music in the background for me to hear. Um, I was listening to a an album, a Mexican album that I've been waiting for a long time, and it's such a disappointment. The album is terrible. Like it's terrible when like only they released the singles and the singles were like amazing, like two singles. They released two singles and the two singles were like fucking fantastic, right? And I was like, wow, when the whole album shows up, it's going to be amazing, right? It wasn't. Such a great disappointment. Let's see. Photoshop here. Now I can start. Let's delete this layer, also this layer, to reveal what we are going to be painting today. Which is not very clear right now. I'm going to make another layer for the line weight. So this drawing is going to become more clear very soon. So today we're going to do the line weight of the sketch, and we're going to paint it too. So time for a line weight layer. Let me lock this layer first. Is that how you spell weight? I hope it is. Oh no. Press the wrong button for a second. How is my brush? Is this okay? Yes, I guess it is. Oh, I'm feeling very, very relaxed now. The soundtrack I chose for myself was, it's doing the job. I also tried to work more. Last stream, I talked a lot more than I worked. So today I would try to work more. Let's go. I'm listening to some Chrono Trigger music. Like YouTube just recommended me some relaxing remix, and I'm just like, okay, this is what I need right now, with some rain sounds. Let's go. Let's go. Are you feeling this? I think I'm just going to whisper today. I'm feeling like just whispering and just being like, are you feeling this drawing? Yeah, you are. I hope that's relaxing. I should do some ASMR. It seems nice. I don't have anything against ASMRs. Life is already hard enough for me to be against harmless stuff. You know, people are against a lot of harmless stuff, like furries, ASMRs, like those things are harmless. Why be mad at harmless shit? There's so many stuff in the world that's actually harmless, that it's actually bad. For me to be pissed at shit that doesn't matter. If people are happy, why be mad? Why be mad? Everything is going to be alright, baby. This hand gave me some trouble. I wasn't sure about what exactly pose it was doing when I first drew it. I'm happy about this drawing. It's been a while since I drew something surreal like this. Makes me happy that it just came out of my chest. I didn't force it. It just came out. Nice rain. Let's go. Oh, I forgot about the nails of this hand. What a shame. Good. Good. This lines of clothing. Let's go. No. There. Oh, I'm having such a nice time. Such a relaxing time right now. Maybe it's because there's probably no one watching. Who knows? Nah, I like when there's people with me. I keep this antisocial facade. Welcome! Welcome to the amazing sad quarantine stream, Ampalio. This is a very relaxing stream. Very relaxing stream. I'm drawing this, by the way. It's a person with a big head coming out of a jellyfish and looking for a triangle. We are painting this today. Oh, I am antisocial, like for sure. That's not a question. That's something I have to work all the time. Oh yeah, he's bald, but he does has a beard. This one doesn't have a beard. I'm doing super fine. Like I'm happy, especially because it's been a while since I drew something like this. So I'm happy to finally draw something like this again. Like something more like surreal and weird. Oh yeah, I'm drawing also a skeleton. I'm drawing a bunch of stuff at the same time. I can show you. Let me open recent. I'm also drawing the skeleton, right? It's a very nice and cool skeleton. I'm also drawing uh this, which is a character from Genshin Impact, because I'm drawing this for a friend. It's a character from Genshin Impact. I don't know if you can see him properly. Maybe if I deactivate this. I don't know. I didn't do the line weight yet. It's very it's very early in development still. But I spent a lot of time just sketching his mask. It's a very hard mask to sketch and to figure out. But soon I will be doing the rest of it. I have a long way to go in this one, especially because it's such a thing that I'm not used to draw. So many weird details in the armor, and no skin, no muscular lady for me to draw here. I wish people draw this form more. Yeah, I got very surprised when my friend asked me to draw this form, right? Because yes, it's kind of hard to even find fan art. Even find official art of this boss is hard. It's quite hard. But since that one's more of a challenge, I'm doing that alone. I'm drawing that alone without streaming. Yeah, when you search for him on Google, like it doesn't return a lot of things. It returns very simple stills from his introduction, probably, and that's it. Oh no, which is a shame. It's a cool design. Not my favorite type of design, but definitely it's a cool design. What's his name again? You said it's Tartaglia. I thought his name was Shield. Child or something. Shield? Because I've been searching for him on Google by the name Shield. Maybe I should use Tartaglia. It's very confusing. Oh, Tartaglia is his rank, and Shield is a code name. Does he has a name like a regular name that's not a code name? I'm not. I'm very much not aware of uh, the lore. Which sometimes that's a thing that I'm ashamed of. That a lot of the times I'm going to draw some fan art of stuff that I'm not a fan of, right? And I'm always afraid of misrepresenting the character, right? like recently I drew Venus from Monster High, right? For a friend. And I had no idea what the fuck Monster High is about, right? And her personality. So I'm kind of always afraid of like misrepresenting a fandom or something because I know people are very passionate about those things. Please send me images of him. I'm not going to complain. The perfect image of him would be official art, which I don't know where to find, like official art, which should be a translation of his 3D model into a 2D model. Wouldn't read a little wiki page to help? Yes, it would, for sure, for sure. Isn't the same thing as actually watching the show? I mean, is Monster High a show? Not sure. It's a kids show. Okay. For a second, I thought, hey, maybe it's just the toy line without the show. Maybe it's a very popular toy line that doesn't need a show. Okay, I need to make some alterations here. I'm really into drawing skeletons right now because I drew muscular people for so long recently that I'm just like, hey, skeletons. What about skeletons? And I actually study skeletons recently, like a lot. I read some anatomy books so I could represent skeletons properly. It isn't perfect, but at least I'm getting close, somewhat close from what actually skeleton look like. Yeah, that's a very old technique, right? To make a show to sell toys. I mean, in our childhood, that's all we had, right? Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. Although Yu-Gi-Oh is an actual manga, right? But they made the anime to sell toys. Beyblade, fuck. Beyblade sold so many toys. Power Ranger toys. Power Ranger toys were very lame, which is a shame because I always very liked Power Rangers very much. I should also learn the names of these bones. Yeah, the Power Ranger toys that change their faces. They are. I think everyone had those. They are kind of lame, but it's a classic now. they really are classics now. Let's see. Ba-ba-da-bum. La 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 la. La 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 la. I'm sorry if I start singing out of nowhere. It's just because I'm actually listening to music right now. So if I start singing out of nowhere, just because I really like to sing along. Not the lyrics. I don't care about lyrics. I never cared about lyrics in songs. Like when I was a kid, I used to listen to a lot of international rock, old rock songs because my dad liked rock. So I kind of learned to listen to music without really comprehending the lyrics, right? So I'm just used to listen to stuff without giving a damn about lyrics. And like nowadays, I understand what the lyrics are saying, and sometimes I wish I didn't. I just want to hear the nice songs, that sounds. Yeah, yeah. It's so weird, right? So many songs. I feel like just 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 show me the cool sounds. I don't care about you have to say. But I understand. I understand why lyrics exist. It's his own type of art, right? It's just that especially me as a visual artist, I really appreciate using non-verbal communication, right? Like to me, if you manage to communicate an idea without using language, like formal language, I think that idea goes a lot deeper into someone's heart, right? So if you manage to communicate an idea visually or uh, through music, right? Only the audio without verbs, without words, I think that pierces a lot deeper inside someone's heart, right? Because I feel like ultimately we do not think with words, we think with feelings, right? And I feel like you have to, as an artist, you have try to reach that feeling, right? Directly. If you use words, the person has to hear the words and translate those words into a feeling, right? Into an emotion. But if you go there right away with your music, with your sounds, with something more abstract, I think that's more effective. But maybe it's just me being crazy. Let's go. Sometimes I believe there is a second and uh, another layer of comprehension that's deeper than language. But I'm probably crazy by saying this. Like I must remember people. Like I'm not a psychologist or a neuroscientist. I'm a fucking artist, right? So sometimes I can just dream of all those concepts, but that doesn't mean those concepts are real. Just because something makes sense doesn't mean they're actually what's happening. A lot of stuff makes sense when you put them on words. Oh, thank you. But take my words with a grain of salt. So as usual, without the lines, with the lines, without the lines, with the lines. Line weight changes everything. It gives the drawing a dimension, an extra dimension. You can see it better. You can feel it better in a 3D space even though it's just a 2D line. You think even emotion needs to be translated. Well, if you are communicating with someone, right, through language, you are translating, right? The person you are feeling something, an emotion, and you are translating it into language, right? Into a formal language, and the person is listening to that language you're saying and translating back into emotions into their own heart, right? The problem is a lot of stuff is lost, right? Because it's a translation. What you hear from someone is a translation to a translation, right? There's like several layers in between you and the person you're talking to. I feel like if you made a good enough visual art, for example, which is my area, I'm not a musician. I wish I was a musician. I were a musician, but I was a musician, but I'm not. Um, so if you manage to evoke an emotion visually, I feel like sometimes a person will look at it and they will feel something immediately. They will not translate it. They will not think about the symbols. They will. That's that's why I keep saying that. Like, hey, yeah, if you look at a painting and you are like trying to analyze the painting, right? Analyzing a painting is basically translating the painting into language. If you are criticizing something, you are putting into words what you feel when you look at a painting, but you still feel it first. That's why I keep saying to people that like criticism is nice and it can take the art to another level, but it by criticism and analysis itself is an attempt at describing an emotion, right? So when you look at a thing, you have like that raw reaction, and that raw reaction is where the magic happens. It's the untranslated emotion. It's your first reaction to a painting. That's where the art is, right? That's why I keep saying that like buying art is meaningless, right? Because the first reaction you had to that piece, it's gone. It's never going to come back. And that first reaction is what matters. And it's gone. It's not going to come back. Buying art, it's just, you know, meaningless. It's just a thing people do because they like to own stuff. and then they like to decorate their homes with it, right? What people perceive and understand will also be different. Maybe, maybe, but I still feel like it reaches people deeper emotionally. It's more raw, you know. I feel like art can communicate in a more raw way. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. It's raw. It's like it can hit a more deep emotional part of a person's comprehension, even though it's not this what they intended uh, message. And that's why my art usually doesn't has an intended message, right? The intention of my art when I'm doing like surreal stuff, of course, not when I'm doing fan art. When I'm doing like more surreal stuff, the intention it's not a set message. It's to give people the opportunity to create messages for themselves. It's like I just accept that art is it's a it's done by more than one person. Art is a it's made how do I say that in English? It's a collective effort, right? Art's not only made by the person making the art, but also also by the person looking at the art. So if I accept that, I can work with that and make a piece of art thinking about this collective effort. And it's very fun. A lot of the times, if it's too hot, raw, can be incomprehensive. And you think that's a bad thing? I don't think so. I think if it's incomprehensive, then I did a good job. If someone has something unexplainable inside their hearts, then that means I made something that it means that the art made you feel something that only emotions can describe it, right? Something unique, untranslatable. Art, true art. Look at me talking about true art. I don't believe there's something as true art, but okay. But yeah, there's a lot of palpable, too vague. I hear that a lot. I hear that like a lot of what I talk is too vague for people. Um, and that's fine. Like um, a lot of what I talk about, it's hard for people to comprehend because it is too vague, right? But yeah, I was just saying true art because of course there is not such a thing as true art. The only thing that exists is art you like and art you don't. The word itself, the word art itself is just a value. By the way, welcome. I'm drawing jellyfishes today. Did you see this? But yeah, this whole notion of emotion and how to communicate with art, it's like very. I don't know. I talk about that a lot with people, and a lot of what I hear is usually that's what I'm saying is too vague. So maybe I was never very good at communicating why I think art functions the way it does, right? Maybe I have to one day create a piece of art that will make people understand what art means to me. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, there will always be bad art, right? Or what you consider to be a bad art, right? Like if an art fails to connect to you, or if it's just like something you will forget soon, then it's probably not just very good. Oh, but uh, when I say that an art communicates in a raw way with the person, I'm talking about the art already did its job, right? I'm saying like if you manage to really connect to the person emotionally, and the person has feels an emotion that she cannot translate into words, she already felt the emotion, right? And that's what I care about. I don't care what the person, how the person will describe that emotion with words. I only care about the raw feeling that she did felt. She, if she didn't feel anything, right, or she barely feel anything, then I don't, then I failed, basically, which is fine. Yeah, totally fine. This is my. I firmly believe that as an artist, it's my obligation to have strong opinions about art. It's my obligation to have a strong view on art, right? Because I have to make art, right? I have to make decisions. I have to decide to make art the way I do. I have to choose, basically. So if you are, as an artist, too, I don't know, too much like a centrist, too much like, hey, do whatever, like every type of art is valid, then I feel like you're not a good artist. Every type of art is valid, but you have to have preferences and you have to believe in something, right? Everything is valid, but you have to believe that something is better or worse. You have to have though that um you have to decide that what you feel is more worthy of something or not. What you have to comprehend is that just because you feel like that doesn't mean everyone needs to feel the same. You have to understand that. At the same time, you do have to understand that um, you also have to have that opinion. You know, you have to. It's a fine balance where you have to accept that everyone has different um, takes on art, but you do deep inside your heart have to have preferences. It's fine. As I'm saying, I uh, it's part of my theory that like I have to understand that not everyone will agree with you, but deep inside your heart, will you still should have a drive. And I feel like that's a more sincere take on the world, because, for example, let's say I keep saying that, um, hey, every type of art is valid. We have to agree with everything, right? Then you're saying like, hey, so do you like Call of Duty? No, you say you don't care about, you think everything is valid and everything has a purpose. But when you really think of it, you look at Call of Duty and you're like, you see the military propaganda, you see the stuff you don't like, and you have a strong opinion about it. And to me, that's being an artist. That's a part of it, at least. Like this having a stance of, hey, this here, no, right? Even though we understand it is art and it is valid, but deep inside your heart, you go, in my opinion, no, this is not good, right? If you don't have an opinion on what's good and what's not, then you, what is then? That's also what makes us human, so it's fine. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Let's go. For example, a lot of people keep saying, hey, there is no need to shit on realistic art, right? Because every art is it's valid, right? And I'm like, okay, uh hyperrealism is valid as art, right? But that doesn't mean I like it. And to me, sometimes the way it's used by a lot of artists, it's trash. And I need to think that because because that's an untold truth, right? Because I don't do hyperrealism, and because I don't do it, the message is already that I don't like it. If I felt like it was a valid way of expressing your emotions to just copy a photograph, I would be doing it right now. But I don't think so. So it's the untold opinion, right? Of, hey, I don't like it. Just comes, just happens. Anyway, when I'm talking about hyperrealism, I'm not talking about just regular realism. I'm just talking about the people that just copy photographs perfectly. Like, I don't like that, and that's it. It's valid, and if you do it, like, you go, girl. But I do I like it? Would I do that? No. I do feel like realism has its place, though. I really feel like realism does add some depth into surreal pieces, right? Because the surrealism of a scene can clash with the realistic rendering of a person to create like a very nice contrast. So realism itself has its place for sure. Like, and I like it, right? Just depends on how you use it. And you see, that's an opinion that you have to have if you're an artist. You cannot escape the opinions of this world. I hope your coffee is nice. It's hot and wet. Definitely coffee. Do. I think I'm listening to some kind of jazzy remix, maybe fusion jazz of some Chrono Trigger songs. It's very nice to draw hearing it. It's very calming. French pop, yeah, that French pop would make me super excited. And I don't want to be excited right now. I want to be calm and relaxed. It's raining outside. Actually, my favorite French pop band released a song just yesterday. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. French pop all over again. Yeah, they heard me. They heard me. It's nice because they are a small band. So every time I talk how cool they are on Twitter, they like my tweets. That's the nice thing about unknown bands is that they just like your tweets sometimes, and you'll be like, "Hey, you saw my tweet? Nice. I love you. Come to my home and eat the asshole of my entire family." Let's go. Nice Twitch streams to relax and study. I'm so happy that I'm drawing again and I'm drawing stuff I like and it's feeling good. This feels good. To eat strings. What is that about again? I kind of lost my own line of thought. Why did you say to eat strings again? What were you talking about? I kind of lost myself in thought. I heard eating stream. Oh no, streaming probably streaming. Let's go. Okay. Okay, this hat's going to be a little bit troublesome. I've been looking into some other digital artists' line work, and apparently I'm the only one that I know that does what I do, which is like actually draw each line and not just like do this. A lot of the brushes I see people using like are like very harsh. And like apparently I'm one of the few that I know they're like, no, I'm going to do this very nicely, very calmly. Probably because of my background in traditional art. I like control. I like order. I like having control over my line and getting exactly right. Impulsive, like yes, that's actually a problem. As an artist, I would really recommend you to start to think about the lines you are drawing. Like really think about the lines you are drawing. To like draw very slowly and think about your lines. Some people even say that you actually spend less time drawing if you draw slow because you only need to draw once, and that's true. Oh, that's also me because the tables and digital art are not very sensitive. So that's sadly more of a limitation of our technology than I think people being just impulsive. Like sometimes I want to do like a straight line that I would totally be able to do on traditional, but on the table, my digital, my Wacom, my tablet, it doesn't work quite well. It's if you want to get into drawing, just draw what you think is fun. That's how you learn how to draw. You draw what you like, what you like. That's what you do. You draw what you like. because it's very easy to get bored by what you're drawing, right? Or get unmotivated, right? That's what kills artists, the lack of motivation, right? So what I use say it's draw stuff you shit you like because it's more important to stay motivated than it is to actually study. If you just keep drawing, you eventually are going to get good. The important part is that you keep drawing and you don't stop. So you could sketch poses for hours, and that might work, but you can get unmotivated if you do that. And will sketch some poses, and then you're never going to do it again because you got just so bored. So finding your motivation, I think that's the hard part. That's the priority. I don't know why I'm so into life lessons today. Maybe it's because I'm calm. Don't hear me. I'm not a professional. I should not be giving life lessons. So don't take me seriously, please. It's just my experience. That's something we do a lot, right? Like we take something that's just like our experience and we think that's a shared thing that everyone feels like you feel. But no, just because it's my experience doesn't mean it's someone else's. And that's a pretty crazy thought to wrap your head around. Like, hey, people don't feel like I feel. Wait, easy to distract and forget. Maybe it's easy for you to distract and forget because it's not something you are having fun doing. I don't know. Like I don't forget to play games, do I? No, because it's fun to play games. So don't feel bad. Find your passion. I don't feel bad, I just feel bad. Wow, that's deep. I should make a drawing about that. By the way, you guys are probably only going to see this drawing on the social media on May because I think this is going to be my entry for mermaid. You know the hashtag mermaid where artists draw mermaids on May and the hashtag is mermaid because I think this counts as a mermaid. I think this counts as a mermaid. It's not really, but I can't. I it's a jellyfish maid. jelly maid. I wish I was a jelly maid. I mean, some people eat jellyfish. So, in a way, jellyfishes are yummy. In certain parts of the world, for sure. I remember, no, I'm crazy. But yeah, some jellyfishes are edible. I don't know if you want to eat them, but everything is edible at least once. It is, Vlad. It is. Welcome. Welcome to my very calm, relaxed stream where I draw jellyfish with a person on top. Oh, it's not Vlad. Doesn't even look like him just because it's bald. Just because it's a bald person. He thinks it's you, Vlad. You think it's you? Do you think it looks like you? I'm gonna drink some water. Yes. See, every bald person is Vlad. It's secretly Vlad. I haven't give this person a gender, so you guys feel free. I don't think their gender matters for the painting, so not this one. So feel free to give them the gender you feel more comfortable with. Is everyone here? Oh, it is a hat. It is a hat. It is a hat. It's going to get more clear. The hat part is going to be more clear in when I paint it. But it is a hat. It's a very huge hat. But the person is also bowed. I like huge hats. Hmm. Okay. Do, 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 do. Let's go. You want to eat Vlad jellyfish parts? Listen, yesterday I thought you guys were horny and you guys gaslighted me into thinking that I was the horny one, but like 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 it's not horny, it's cannibalism. I kind of wish it was horny. I prefer people to eat themselves figuratively than literally. Give it some texture to this part. The very textured part of the jellyfish. Let's see. Ba-da-dum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I love jellyfishes so much. I don't want to eat them. I want to be scared of them. I love shit that makes me scared. Underwater stuff made me so scared. I totally have what people call a fear boner. Like I love being scared. You show me like giant jellyfishes with like incomprehensible parts. Like it's so amazing. It's so scary. Like I thought about studying jellyfish biology, but then I realized that if I studied it, I wouldn't fear it anymore because I would finally understand the parts. Is that what I want? Do I want to understand the jellyfish? Or do I want to stay ignorant to its parts and its functions and keep being scared? Does that mean that we are only scared by stuff that we don't understand? Yes. That's horror, right? Like no wonder the father of horror, modern horror, was such a racist. He feared everything because he didn't understand it and he was an asshole. And good thing he died. You can be scared of a thing you know too much too. Yeah, but I feel like the uncertainty is the key. I'm talking about more abstract horror. I'm not talking about literally uh, hey, I'm scared that my dad is going to beat me up. I'm not saying that kind of scary. That's just like your, like that trigger of danger, right? We all have. I'm talking about fearing something you never had contact with, right? something that's far from our reality. Yeah, white horror. Death, yes, death. Space horror. Space horror is my favorite thing. Spatial and underwater horror, right? Those two settings are so good for horror. I mean, space is just so scary by its own, right? Recently, a friend asked me if Outer Wilds, a game that I like very much, asked me if Outer Wilds was scary because she didn't like scary games, and I was like, it's not scary, but it's on space, and space is very scary by its own. Like being adrift at space, it's terrifying, even though it's not a horror game. And she didn't buy the game because yeah, the space is very scary by itself. Oh Val, come on, like I understand, like yeah, I failed to sell my favorite game. But yeah, I'm talking like when I was talking about the father of horror being an asshole, I was talking about H.P. Lovecraft, right? Which I will be sincere right now. Hot take, hot artist take. H.P. Lovecraft is a bad writer. H.P. Lovecraft. I'm thankful that he created the genre, right? The eldritch horror genre, but he's a bad writer. Everyone that wrote after him did a better job. You know why? Because the people after him were not such terrible racists and that only lived inside their basements. Because H.P. Lovecraft didn't have any connections with no one, and he just lived in the basement writing horror stories that were all terribly racist and just very bad. So if somebody says to you, "Hey, you should read Lovecraft," I'm gonna tell you this: don't. But if you really want to read it, read The Color Out of Space. That's the only good one. That's my hot take. My H.P. Lovecraft hot, hot take. Right, and H.P. Lovecraft hated black people, right? Because to him, that was the unknown. But yeah, don't diss my favorite type of horror, Val. That's sad. That's going to make me sad. I like the unknown. It can tell stuff about us, deep emotional stuff, what we fear and stuff. Like that's my entire art. A lot of my art is about that. Don't diss my art, please. Please don't throw my art in the garbage. Let's go. Let's go, 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 go. Let's see. Like, I never understood why people like Call of Cthulhu so much. If you actually read Call of Cthulhu, it's just like so bad. And like it's nothing like people tell you it is, right? People keep telling me us that like, hey, Lovecraft, like he wouldn't show the monster. It would such a mystery. People get mad when they look at the monster, and like, no, Call of Cthulhu ends with Cthulhu following a boat and people shooting at Cthulhu. It's a fucking action sequence. Why the fuck people keep saying that Lovecraft is so deep when the ending of the shit it's just fucking Cthulhu running towards a boat. Like it's so pathetic and they shoot Cthulhu until it goes back into sleeping. Like what the fuck? Is that what people were so excited about? Just shoot the big monster. Is it deep now? Like fuck off. I fucking bought a book with 1,000 of his stories. I read a bunch of them, if not all of them. Like Jesus Christ, people hype me for hey Lovecraft is so good. He's so good. Lovecraft, like wow, no, don't. You want a good Lovecraftian movie that's not Lovecraftian at all because it's not based on anything from Lovecraft. Just a good horror movie that you guys are not going to watch because I know you guys are babies. Under the Skin. Under the Skin is probably the best horror movie on the last like 20 years. Under the Skin is the best thing ever, right? But nobody watched it. Of course, nobody watched it. It's the one with Scarlett Johansson. It's like the best horror movie of the last 20 years. I don't know a single horror movie that is as good as it. What do I think about the thing? Not a big fan. Gonna be real, not a big fan of the thing. It's not bad. It's very impressive. I never liked um, the I know what's the name of the guy? Um, the director of the thing. I forgot the name of the director. Um, oh, it's a shame. I never really liked his movies. I know he's a very people. He's a guy that people really like. But I don't know. I was never a big fan. I don't feel like he nails the emotional part. Right. It's very impressive. The aesthetic, the visuals. It's very nice, but not a big fan of the emotional part, the characters and stuff. Maybe I should watch it again because it's been a while since I watched it. So maybe I have a different opinion nowadays. That could happen. It happens a lot. Like me having a second opinion, it could happen. Oh, I should put some rings on them. Discreet rings. go. Yeah, leave on this rain in this hand only. Okay, so now I can start the boring part. That's the part before the good part, right? I've been really into painting, right? But before I paint, I have to define the areas where I'm going to paint. And that's the boring part. So I'm sorry for you guys to have to watch this. Just for visual explanation, visually explain what I'm going to do now. You see this skeleton here that I drew. There is this layer, this white layer, right? This white layer here. I can paint just over this white layer. See? So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to create a white layer on the on this painting, so I can paint it freely. Congested for the skin doesn't look scary. Oh, it's just I'm not saying it's scary. I'm saying it's good, right? I'm not. I don't rate horror movies on scary factor. I rate them on being good movies. And Under the Skin, it's probably Under the Skin feels like the movie I wish I'd made. If I made a movie, I if I ever make a movie, I hope it's like Under the Skin, right? There are two movies that I have that feeling, right? Which is like Perfect Blue and Under the Skin. Like I wish that if I ever make a movie, it's it's as good as those two. They are so much what I believe movies should be. When I look at Under the Skin and Perfect Blue, like, oh, this is movies. This is how a movie should movie. Okay. Which is funny because those two are not my favorite movies, right? They're very close to being my favorite movies, but they are not. Which makes me think, what the fuck is up with that? Why do I don't want to make movies like my favorite movies? That's bizarre. Let's go. Do 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 do. Let's go. X Files. X Files is fun. I remember watching was when I was younger. I barely remember anything, but it was fun. Not very scary though. Just fun. A shame that the X Files doesn't has a good movie. Oh, the games are good. Wow, it's corny. It's corny shit. Corny horror. And this horror discussion, it's something that you know. Oh, I'm not very good with classic Resident Evils. I played all of them. I like them, but I don't feel like I would be comfortable playing the original Resident Evils, the clunky ones. But Vlad did a stream. Vlad stopped streaming, which is a shame. But Vlad is capable of beating every classic Resident Evil in an hour. Like I think last time he beat Resident Evil 2 on stream in like an hour and a half. He beat Resident Evil 2 in an hour and a half. It's amazing seeing him play it. If you want a good Resident Evil streamer, Vlad is the guy. An hour and 30 seconds. Wow, amazing. See, an hour. I remember it wrong. I always found people that can do that with Resident Evil amazing. Wait, why you just like video games? Why do you just like video games? Video games are awesome. Best shit. Yeah, I'm going to die. Recently, not recently, it's been like 2 weeks. Oh, stretch. Let me stretch. It's a good idea, actually, to stretch right now. I'm stretching. I stretch good. Like, for real. I stretch my back. My back's feeling fine. My back's feeling fine, but there's no reason for me to risk it to get bad again. By the way, this Monday, I'm not going to be able to stream because I will be at the doctor this Monday. I hope my blood is pumping. Yeah, this Monday I will be at the doctor at the time of the stream, so no stream this Monday. Um, I'm going to show the test of my back, my exams. Like, hey, look at my health exams, at my X-rays. Do my X-rays look good? And the doctor is going to say no, they look terrible. So I'm thinking that Monday's stream is going to be on Thursday. Okay, Thursday usually is the day I don't stream. But since Monday I'm going to be on the doctor, Monday stream is going to be on the next day, and it is going to be Resident Evil 4 online images. I don't think so because it's X-rays, right? I didn't go into a tube because the doctor didn't want me to enter a tube in this quarantine. So I don't think they send the X-rays. I can take photos of it. I didn't. get the X-rays yet. I'm gonna get the X-rays tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. Do you wanna? I can take a photo. I don't know if photos are enough. I can take a photo of the X-ray to send you. Mhm. Do X-rays come with? Can't be exposed to sunlight. I'm aware. I'm aware. I mean, I'm not aware, but they look so weird that I would never even try to do it. Okay, this is the skin layer. I'm gonna paint over it later. Oh, this looks good. Uh, I like the contrast, but no, but I'm gonna actually paint it with colors. Okay, so I just keep them inside the envelope. Just keep the X-rays on inside the envelope. Okay, this is the skin layer. Now let's go for the shirt. The shirt layer. Let's deactivate the skin. Let's go to do. I really hope the doctor can say something about a chair. The sad thing is that I searched on Google for orthopedic chairs, and boy, they are so pricey. I cannot buy them. So I guess I would probably end up just buying a normal chair that is just like better than the one I have, but far from what I need. I mean, right now, any chair is better than the one I have, so I was just hoping I could buy the perfect chair, but according to Google, I cannot. I cannot buy the perfect chair. So, guess we're just buying a regular, just not terrible chair. Chair is so pricey. Do, do, do. Sadly, I think I kind of made them a little bit muscular, even though that wasn't the intention. I guess it's just my style now. I need to draw more skeletons. go. Oh no, press the wrong button there. Do 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 do. To like the rings, I like the rings too. Felt right. See, like I'm a little confused here still, right? Because this is a terrible religious symbol. Because at first I was like, I'm gonna put a upside down cross, Christian cross, here, right? And then I thought, hey, it's going to get very obvious if it's an upside down Christian cross, you know? It's going to get very dumb. I would say like, oh, hey, it's Satan. It's it's upside down. Ooh. So I was like, okay, let me try something smarter. So I made a cross that's both upside down and regular cross, and that's and it looks just as dumb. So I'm thinking on just turning it in a normal cross. This this normal Christian cross here. That's it. What if it's just a stick? Mm, it's if it was just a stick, it's better than what I have right now, but it's still not great. From afar, it looked good. I don't know if I agree with you. It looks like Tetris, exactly. It looks like Tetris. It doesn't look like a religion symbol, right? It doesn't fit the painting, this serious painting. Just make a Tetris face. Look, I love Tetris, but everything has its place. Tetris, known as the perfect game, the best game of all time, Tetris. That's like my favorite dumb video game discussion, right? Is the thesis that Tetris is the perfect game, right? Like that's a serious video game thesis. Thesis? 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 I don't know how to pronounce this. But yeah, it's a serious video game thesis of hey, Tetris is the perfect game. Everything about Tetris works and it's perfect. And have you ever played Tetris Effect? No. I actually I'm saying that's kind of dumb. This discussion about what's perfect and what's not, but I love Tetris. It's legit one of my favorite games. It's one of those games that if you put some time into it, you get very good and it gets very nice. It's get very you really get into Tetris. It's kind of addicting. Is Tetris Effect on PC? Yes? Okay, I'll try it. Puyo Puyo, I think it's only on Switch, right? Let me take a look at that link. Oh, Puyo Puyo is also on PC. Oh, cool. So you guys just recommended me to Tetris games to play. Nice. Thank you. Really. Thank you. Let's see. Puyo Puyo 2 just launched on stream? Oh, amazing. I'm new to PC, so I don't know what's in here and what's not. I spent so much time of my life with just a PS3 and a Wii. I was the Wii and PS3 person. That's why I hacked the shit out of my Wii. So hacked. Such a hacked game console. I think there is a version of Tetris 99 on PC. It's just not called Tetris 99. I think it's a site. I think it's a web game. Like it apparently exists before Tetris 99 was even a thing. So I think if you search on the internet, you will find what you want. Play Pokemon? No, that's a thing that you probably never play. I mean, I did play Pokemon sometimes, and I didn't like it. That's as simple as that. Not a fan. Not a fan of Pokemon. Yeah, I think I am a hater actually. Like for real, I think I am kind of a hater of Pokemon. I'm sorry. It isn't nice to be a hater of anything, but I think I am kind of a hater of Pokemon. Sometimes can help it. Let's go. Let's go. What franchise you hate? Well, you hate Nier, you hate Shovel Knight. You hate a lot. What else did you hate? Let's see. Uh, let's see if there is more. I mean, you hate Call of Duty. You hate. Oh, I'm sorry, not Shovel Knight. I'm sorry, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight. I'm Val hate the Hollow Knight, not Shovel. I'm sorry. I don't think anyone hates Shovel Knight. Dark Souls. I think Val also hates Dark Souls, even though she never played it. Um, no, I'm talking about Hollow Knight. I'm sorry. Nobody hates Shovel Knight. It's The most inoffensive franchise ever created. Can't you buy a charger for your 3DS? I said a lot of things. Yes, I did. I said Hollow Knight. I said Nier. I said um, what else I said? Call of Duty. Those kind of shit thing. The things I know you hate. Dark Souls. You hate Dark Souls too. Oh, hating is a part of life. I think it's nice. It's fine. Everybody hates some things. Oh, okay. You only hate me. Okay, fine. You know what? This is not a shirt. Let's see. What are you guys talking? Play more. You should play more Pokemon to hate it more. Hmm. So I'm kind of like traumatized about playing games I don't like, because I had a really bad time playing Kingdom Hearts. So I'm legit kind of traumatized about Kingdom Hearts. I had a very miserable experience playing it, especially on stream. So I'm kind of more careful right now with what I choose to play. Only now realizing how amazing it is. Thank you. It's very hard to know to realize it when you're only on the on the lines. It's going to get better once I start painting it. Like this shirt, it's a very good shirt, right? It's a nice shirt. You would use it. We said to you to drop. Yeah, like if I was playing by myself, I would totally have dropped it. But that's why I streamed it so I could force myself to play it because of the stream, and also because I have a lot of friends that like Kingdom Hearts, and I want to be a part of that. I want to know what my friends are doing. I care. That's my thing. I play the shit my friends like. That's why I play like uh, Mo- uh Mother 3. Even though Mother 3 is way better. Like Mother 3 is an actual game. Yeah, be full of hate. That's us. That's to be Brazilian nowadays. Let's what is this called? What is this called? This does it has a name? This part, like this cloth that goes around your belly. Does it has a name? Stretch again. Okay, let's stretch. People paid me to stretch, so let's stretch. That was good. Oh, I think I punched the microphone on accident. But yeah, do you guys know how this piece of the belly is called? This thing that goes around your belly? Yeah, I'm your discount uh, therapist. As in, I'm not an actually therapist, but if you want to use me as one, I'm free at least. I'm gonna call it cloth. I'm gonna call it cloth because it's literally what it is. It's a piece of cloth. I already messaged my therapist. Good. I'm happy to hear that. Message is okay too, I think. You do not do a massage on your therapist. You message him. It's or her. It's fine. I actually stopped going to my therapist because he would message me too much. I'm kind of antisocial, so have my therapist call me and send me messages all the time. I was like, fuck off. I don't want attention. I do want to be loved. And my therapist would like, hey, are you okay? How are you doing? I'm like, fuck off. I don't want to talk. Like, shut up. And then I ghosted my therapist. I'm so sorry, therapist. I ghosted you because I have zero social skills. You never saw this ever? Yeah, my therapist was kind of like that, and so I ghosted him. I'm sorry, therapist, but he was very like insistent on talking to me on WhatsApp. No, because I don't have social skills, so I never told anyone anything. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm not saying this is a good thing. I should have been a better person, right? I don't do what I did. Like I just I don't feel good sometimes talking to people. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get better at that, right? So nowadays I actually seek my friends and I send messages to them to ask if they are okay and stuff. But like, it's very hard to me every time I talk to anyone. It's very hard, like for real. I'm one of those people that I'm not trying to be edgy, by the way. I'm one of my, but I am totally one of those people that like it feels like it's very easy to me to just end up alone in a house forever and I will be mostly fine. And I'm scared of that thought. Like, how am I fine alone? People are supposed to feel alone, right? People are supposed to feel bad when they are alone. So I'm kind of scared that I that my nature will turn me into a lonely person in the future, right? So I try very hard to make friends and to be present and to be a good friend because I know that if I stay in my comfortable zone, I will end up completely alone, right? And no, yes, I totally can leave alone, and that's weird to me. I don't like it. No, I didn't become crazy. I kind of become like actually I legit do that on purpose sometimes. I feel like I have a bottle of water like that it's being filled up by social interaction and it comes to a point where I need to to be alone, like really alone, like far away from civilization, without internet, without cell phones, without anything. And I just have to get out so I can uh, empty the bottle, because otherwise it's going to flow up. Is that how you say it? No, I don't know if I'm going. I'm being very clear. But yeah, I'm sorry if that sounds edgy. That's not the intention. It's just like a real fear I have. Because, like, I don't have brothers, right? I always lived alone. I always played alone, right? So, and my house was always very silent. And, like, my parents would go to work since I was, like, very, very, very young. And I would just stay home alone, right? And I was like, okay, this is my life now, and right. And my mom is also my mom also doesn't have any brothers or sisters or anything, siblings. So it's kind of a family thing. We are very quiet people, very silent. That's the scarf. Yes, I know it's very common. And like basically everything we feel, it's felt by someone else in the world. We are not, none of us are unique, right? Let's go. My parents hate the rest of the family, and I used to spend entire days in my room. So, wow, family is a weird thing, right? Family is a weird thing. I also didn't have a lot of contact with my family. Like, my family is very scattered throughout the entire country, right? So I have some people in the capital in Brasilia, right? I have some people in the south. I have some people in São Paulo. I have some people in the Amazon. I have some people in Rio. I have some people like me that I'm the countryside of Rio. So my family is really scattered, right, around the entire country. Some people on Minas, right? So like I have people everywhere. So like that reason I didn't have like my family around me. That's like something my family are people like I would find in on Christmas, right? That's my family. People I would find on Christmas. I do. It's not very close family, but I do have people in São Paulo. It's not close family. It's kind of weird people, in fact, but they people. I'm sorry about what I'm going to say right now, but they talk funny. People from the capital of São Paulo, they talk funny. Can I say that? Can I be xenophobic against São Paulo? Only São Paulo though. The rest is okay. Um, yeah, you don't. I mean, I don't know if you guys don't have accents or it's just that I got used to your accent. Because that's also a possibility that I just got used to you guys' accent. No, you don't have the capital accent. You have the countryside accent, right? I know you say they are differently. I know you have an art that is different, but that's all, I think. I don't feel like you have a different cadence to your wording. You know, I feel like people in the capital they speak like they're singing, and that's very different. It's not like they pronounce the words. It's the way they speak in general. They speak the cadence of the of their speech is different, right? They speak like they are singing, and that's what's funny about the São Paulo capital stuff. Because like yeah, like people from different places speak differently, but not every place speaks like they are singing. Only some places. You think you have a weed smoker accent? Is that an accent? I don't know. You're a person that I heard and I didn't recognize any accent in it. But who am I to say? Because I also have barely have an accent. I feel maybe you guys are going to tell me I'm not. I do have a strong accent, but I don't feel like I have like the strongest accent. I almost feel like my accent comes from movies and TV shows instead of actual plays. Because I don't speak like regular Rio people. I have an accent. Okay, that's fine. Because I don't speak like Rio people, like Rio people from Rio de Janeiro. I don't speak like them. My accent is closer from Minas and the Spirit Saint. Really? Okay. No, I always thought that I had more of a Minas accent and a Spirit Scent accent because I live close to to that. Like people from Rio have like it's funny because I maybe it's because you don't live here, but people from Rio have such a harder accent than me, right? So that's why I always thought, hey, I live closer to Minas, so maybe that's where my accent comes from, right? What the fuck did I do? I pressed some wrong button right now. Something crazy is happening. Yeah, like because I had like sometime people from Rio will come to my to the city I live and they will like have a really strong Rio accent, right? Rio accent. So I don't know. That's the reason I thought I didn't have it. Maybe I do. Let go. Do I have to say churrasco? Churrasco. Comer churrasco. Churrasco. Right, like with a very strong ass. Like I don't say churrasco like people from Rio say. Say churrasco. It's like a cute way of saying churrasco. Oh, that's becoming dumb. Let's go. Like I cannot recognize the accent of people from the Spirit Saint. To me, people from the Spirit Saint state, like the Holy Spirit state, from of Brazil, they just speak like normal, right? So I really believe that I speak like the people from Holy Spirit, right? And you guys think it's from Rio, but it's actually a Holy Spirit accent. We're from the Holy Spirit. There's a state in Brazil called the Holy Spirit. It's just how it's called, and people forget it even exists. It's fucking called the Holy Spirit state, and people forget it exists. State of Holy Spirit. No, it's the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit state. Come on, it's funny if it's the Holy Spirit. Let's go. The Holy Spirit state's super nice. I really like the Holy Spirit state. It's a very nice state that people just forget it exists. Has some nice cities on it, some nice people. Thick brushes at off the south. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, okay. Thick brushes. Okay, thick brush, thick bushes, thick bushes of the south. Southern thick bushes. Uh, you see, Amazon's is like one of the few that like it. It still sounds awesome. Amazon still sounds awesome, right? The rest is just like boring or weird. I mean, the ones that can be translated, right? Other ones are like not Portuguese, so they're already good. January River. Yeah, but I don't know. It sounds weird to me. I'm sorry. Light Weaver. Okay, Light Weaver. Eh. Hmm. January River, it's also fine. Doesn't need to be River of January. It were I think January Weaver it sounds better than River of January, but it goes both ways. Oh no, what did I do? You guys live instant poem Amazon. The stop state. Yeah, totally. Stop. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. The touchy state. Dun 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 dun. The look at the lakes state. You know which one is the look at the lakes state? Look at the lakes. Alagos. That's dumb. Yeah. The least friendly stream to English speaking people ever. It's just a general minds. What is it made of? Generally minds. Tu, 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 tu. Oh yeah, I have to ask Val. Like Val, is this skeleton good? How do you rate this skeleton? Is it anatomically correct? This skeleton is. Am my skeleton okay? Is my skeleton going to walk fine in the streets? Let me, yeah, yeah, become happy skeletons. This is a good. How do you guys hate this skeleton? Rate the skeleton. Is it a 5? Is it a sexy skeleton? So it's a 10. Let me drink some water. Good walking skeleton. He is walking on a snake. I still have to paint the snake. Needs a skateboard. I think he needs surfing. I think he is actually surfing. I think he's actually surfing in this thing. Although it's a snake under his feet. So, but I have to paint it. Paint the snake. Oh, but my favorite part of the skeleton is this part. I don't want to put a thing in here. This is my favorite part of the skeleton. It's so cool. It's such a complex shape this skeleton has. You know, humans are very amazing. Like humans are very amazing. Like what the fuck? We have this on our crotches. Like such an amazing shape to have on your crotch. Like hey, I have a heart shaped bone on our crotch with an amazing leg bone. Humans are amazing. I really like this bone. Like it's a very nice bone. I like it so much that I'm painting it again. Wait, did he talk about bones with you? Oh no, I'm sorry. I did want to make you angrier. Complex. It is a complex bone. Such a nice bone. Do you guys have a favorite human body bone? Because that's a thing that you sometimes have when you are an artist. You guys have a favorite bone? I got oh this bone is a this is my jam. This bone is my jam. Like now that I drew this skeleton, I kind of understand a streamer I follow. There is a streamer I follow that she has a fetish for skeletons. Like she really gets aroused by skeletons. And I know I understand her now. Like, yeah, skeletons can be very sexy. Like this. This is a very cool bone. I understand her now. When you might show, okay, that's a cool bone. That's a cool bone. It's a the junction of a lot of crazy bones. In fact, Oh no, don't burn your underwear. Don't burn your underwear, chat. Oh no, I forgot about this part. Oh, okay. I have to say, like, thank you guys for being here, like, very much. I know this is a very boring stream to watch, like this part at least. Maybe the painting part is fun, but this part of just looking at me feel the painting without actually putting colors on it, I guess is very boring. I mean, I would be bored by it, so you guys are very impressive. Oh, thank you. I mean, I don't believe you, but thank you anyway. Let's go. Let's go. I really found that like hard to believe because like I would think that somebody with charisma would be somebody that like has a lot of social like, contact with a lot of people and like extrovert people, you know. So you say, "Hey, you have charisma." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you can do it eventually if you just keep trying." Maybe the true hero here is Val that watched my first streams. She's the true hero. She managed to survive my first streams. They are all still here, by the way. If you guys want to watch it, they are on Twitch. The first streams, and you can watch the garbage. You are, girl. You are a hero. You are my hero. Let's go. Yeah, she's my friend. You have to go on highlights, Ampelio. You have to go on highlights. Oh, really? That computer building stream was a nightmare. It was a nightmare, but I loved it. Like nowadays, I feel like it was awesome. I really recommend people to build their computers. I really recommend people to build their computers. It's just that it's a little bit scary for the first time, right? But it's wow, I really recommend. It's fun to build a computer, although it's kind of scary. Okay, you send you my cuecas then. Let's go. But yeah, people build computers. If you like, whenever it becomes like feasible, because right now it's not feasible to build a computer because computer parts are way beyond way beyond pricey now. But when I built it, computer parts were actually fine. Yeah, but I don't go outside anymore. Yeah, so she can buy underwear. I mean, nobody's going to see your underwear in this quarantine, so it's fine. See, it's fine to use a burned underwear if, like, nobody's going to see anyway. You see, I solved your problem. Who am I kidding? She goes to all the dates. As we Brazilians say, she passa o rodo on geral. But if you burn the part each their pants. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm sorry. I didn't understand that. Oh, okay. If the burn part makes it each. Wow, then that's a very big burn. How big is the burn, Val? Is it very burned? Or just like, eh? Because for it to each, it has to be like kind of a big burn, I think. Not a small one. Depends where too. Depends where in the pants, in the underwear. Like if it's in the PP area, then it might itch, right? Because the PP area is very sensitive, right? But if it's like on the sides or in the ass cheeks, then it's fine. The PP area. PP. Oh, I don't care. If people have to see me naked because of an accident, it's fine. Oh, I had worse, so I'm not going to into details, but I had worse in my life. Have started to tell me my kids, oh well, just almost dying in your school is not, and pooping your pants while almost dying. It's not. It's not a story to tell your kids. It's just the terrible thing that happens sometimes if you're almost dying and pooping your pants. Now that I say it out loud, it's so funny. It's so funny. I love it. I love it. It really is. Feel bad for me? Why? It's so funny. Don't feel bad for me. It's fine. I just got very sick on my school one day, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sick, and I just pooped my pants. And I was like very old too. I was not like a young kid. I was like 16, 17 maybe. Yeah, probably 17, right? And you're like, oh, I'm dying. I'm very sick. And until today, the doctors didn't know what the fuck happened to me. I just started dying. I was just like one day in school, I was like, okay, I'm fine. No, I'm not. And then I passed out. I passed out, and nobody knows why the fuck I passed out. Still, it's funny. It's funny. Oh, you paid me to sing. Okay, I was saying. I'm actually listening to some Chrono Trigger music, so I might sing in in the rhythm of Chrono Trigger music. Let's go. I'm singing and speaking, singing and speaking, singing and speaking, singing and speaking. Thinking and speaking, thinking and speaking, thinking and speaking, thinking. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like my character in Disco Elysium. I made a character in Disco Elysium, and my character is like all brains, but nobody. And my character died immediately when he was changing the light bulb. Like the light bulb went on, like was very bright, and he had a heart attack. I'm like my character from this Elysium having heart attacks for no reason. I'm really enjoying Disco Elysium, by the way. I don't know if it's good, but right now it's awesome. It's good. It's a good moment in video games. to die from a heart attack because your character is weak, because you made your character weak. I made him weak, right? So I guess I got what I wanted. Let's go. Bam, bam, bam. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ba-da, ba-da, ba. I am singing and speaking. Oh, Jesus. Hey, honey, are you the social? Hey, honey, are you be social and rate someone when stream ends? No, that's super awkward. Not going to do that. Fuck being social. Being social. It's dumb to be social. It's dumb to be social. Very dumb. I just want to stay home and draw weird characters. Weird characters. Weird characters. That's what I wanna do. That's what I wanna do with my life. And receive a lot of likes. And retweets. And retweets. And become a famous artist. Ba-da, 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 doo, doo, doo. We're almost done, people. We're almost done. Soon the jellyfish dream is going to be true. The jellyfish dream. The jellyfish dream is real. Time for the jellyfish dream. Dream of jellyfishes today. That's an order. Dream with them. They're weird parts. Good question. I always guessed like jellyfishes would just like separate themselves in two, and that's it. They fart on the water, good. I think jellyfishes and octopus are the best animals. Yes, and like their brains are their body, right? That's the most awesome part about octopuses. Their brain, they don't have a brain. Their body is their brain, right? So if you cut a leg, they actually change personality and stuff because it's like all of it, it's brain tissue. It's a brain. He's all brain, and it's such an interesting evolutionary path. Could you imagine if octopus was like the dominant species? It would be awesome. There's probably an alien species out there that's like that. Yeah, people are dumb. People are evil. Like, I'm not on the crazy people that are like, don't make scientific tests on animals because right now the best solution we have is to do scientific tests on animals. So, not doing that would hurt us, right? But like, you could at least try to be the less cruel you could, right? You could at least try to be the least cruel with an animal as you can. That's the same talk we were having about fishes. Like, don't let fishes just suffocate when you're fishing the fishes. Try to give it like a good send off. Give the fish a good send off, please. Don't make him suffer unnecessarily. Okay. Now for the last part. I'm sorry. This part down here is going to be the hardest one. Let's go. It's going to be the hardest one to paint actually when I start painting it because it's very hard to find good photographs of these parts of the jellyfish. So they all look like very weird textured flesh, and I will try the best I can to make a good texture for this part of the body when I actually start painting. I made a Letterboxd account. I used to have one. You probably can find me. Uh, Popular movies like superhero stuff, like the Fast and Furious movies, the Transformer movies, Harry Potter movies, any Pixar movie. Those are popular. DreamWorks movies. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Vlad and Val, ask how are you going to stream? How is she? I need to talk to her. I need to talk to her. Just give her a good conversation while I cannot give hugs. Hope she's well. I need to talk to her. Like for real. I'm worried. Dun, 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 dun. She helped me a lot. We were drawing together every Thursday. We are drawing like every like she helped me so much. Like if I'm drawing so much right now and I'm happy, it's because of her. So I'm very thankful. We would draw together. So I think I'm going to talk to her today. I'm going to say hi. Mhm. Go. Do do. Dun 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 dun. I'm sorry if I'm getting too quiet. It's just because I'm really thinking on what should be painted and what should not here. Do, 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 do. What kind of effect do you want to give? Well, if you search pictures of jellyfishes on the internet, uh, like there's a lot of types, different types of jellyfishes, right? But the one I'm thinking of has like a very bright end here, this tail, this very bright tail, and it's very spongy like, right? But it's a very confusing pattern. So I'm not going to try to replicate it perfectly. I'm going to just to do it uh like I'm just going to do a crazy thing that evokes what the jellyfish feels like. But yeah, right now I'm just like delimitating where the painting goes and not how the painting goes. So right now I'm just like deciding the shape, the actual shape of the tail. And also, this picture is going to be surrounded by dark, right? It's going to be a dark picture, right? The main light source is going to be the triangle on top, right? That's the main light source. I might change my idea. I might make a second light source coming from below too. We're going to see. But yeah, but it's going to be a dark. So I think like the tail is going to disappear into the shadows, right? Ultimately, the tail is going to disappear into the shadows. Also, this whole picture has a shape. This whole picture is like it's like this or like this. It's a DNA thing because like you can have her face, her hand, the cross thing, the pie, and then you have the triangle, her hand, her back, and I don't know. Maybe I failed the idea, but it's a DNA thing. I thought, hey, what if it's the shape of a DNA thing and it's going to be nice? But I don't know if I did that. Also, I'm forgetting to draw one thing actually. Um, Jellyfishes have like little tentacles that come out of from here, right? So I'm thinking on using the tentacles to give it a DNA thing. We're going to see. I will draw the tentacles last. Good luck at the market. Be safe. Yeah, we are going to play Tetris. Yes. Yes. So tired? Go take a nap, please. You don't need to be here. Go like relax or something. Oh, you're happy that you're here. Good. Yeah, just chill. It's fine. Just chill. And watch me feel this shape over and over again. I speak in your ear. Speak in your ear, just like relax. Everything is going to be alright. Everything is going to be good. Amazing. You are amazing. We are all amazing. Let's go. Let's go. This is the ASMR. This is my ASMR right now. It's my ASMR. Relax. Close your eyes. Listen to my voice. Just my voice. Just my voice. Let's go. We are entering the void. There is nothing in the void, only darkness. There's nothing here to worry you, just darkness. Relax. Nothing to hurt, nothing to make you happy, just darkness, just the void. You're looking into movies. Which movies are you looking at? Did you watch all the Final Destination movies? That's a lot of movies. I decided when I made a letterbox, I decided that I would only put the movies I watched on the theater. That's why I don't use my letterbox anymore because I don't go to the theater anymore. But I decided like from that point on, the letterbox would be a diary for me, right? Of all the movies I watched on the theater specifically. And since the theater here is very cheap, I used to go a lot to the theater. Yeah, now that I think of it, I should put stuff like Kong, Godzilla vs Kong, in the Snyder Cut because technically they are what would be on the theater, right? Okay, I finished this part. Who wants to try um some colors now? Okay, this is the darkness. Let's try. It's finally done. I painted everything, so so we can have fun with this drawing finally. I'm thinking of a lot of earth tones, a lot of reds, oranges, yellows. and then just a bit of blue. That's what I'm thinking right now. Just a very red and blue painting. Like some yellow for the skeleton and some oranges for the jellyfish. Some dark. Oh, I think they're using black. That's their clothing. Their clothing is black, but it's not complete black. It's like a very deep gray, reddish gray. Yes, and this scarf is red, just red. Yes, the scarf and the cloth in their belly, red. Black clothes. The hat could be also no. The hat is yellow, like a saint, like an angel around their heads. No, maybe I need to think about the hat. The hat's the confusing part. Let's try some colors. Okay, let's start with the skin. I always start with the skin because the skin is the most fun part. It's the part I like the most. But let's try to paint everything without the shading first. Okay. I thought of them as being a little dark skin. Let's find a good tone. Not a good tone. Less saturation. This seems good. Okay, I see some problems here. The base color is usually very desaturated and not dark or light. It's something in between. So stuff after the shading, a lot of stuff is going to change. Well, that movie description seems like a lot of horror movies. I don't watch as many horror movies as people may think. I only watch horror movies when I like it's very creepy. Like it's actual horror, not just the popcorn stuff. Like that uh Cannes festival kind of horror, that people got out of the screening of this movie. It was so scary. Old movie. I don't know. Loses his wife. I mean, Gasparzinho is a that happens in Gasparzinho. Does that count? What is Gaspar called in English? Is it Gasper? Little Gasper? Think of like something like Casper. Or no? go. Let's go for the shirt. The shirt is a gray, a dark gray, but a little bit red. Did you watch Bird Box? I did. It's fucking trash. Oh, this is too much. It's a terrible movie. Got so mad watching it. People were like, "Oh, this is the best movie in Netflix. It's the most watched Netflix movie." And I was like, "Okay, let's see, let's see this." And fucking garbage. Got so pissed. And people like talking about what does it mean? What does it mean? And it's like, fuck, it's the most obvious movie ever created. Fuck it. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is advertisement. It's just really crazy to me. Like, where did this thing came from? Why are people talking about it? Fuck, I did a very bad job painting. Look at this gaps in the paint. Jesus. I'm sorry if I was too harsh on Bird Box. I don't want to hate on stuff people like. I'm sorry. That was not the intention. I got kind of heated there. A lot of heat. Wow, I did such a terrible job here. Jesus. I have to do everything over. Oh my god. Why did this happen? Let's go. When I went to St. Paul, at the time, a whole tunnel subway was the. Really? A whole subway tunnel? Really? Okay, that explains it. Why did I choose that movie though? That's weird. Actress. not a bad bet. Not a bad bet. That's actually very good. Could be it. Could be it. Scarf. It's going to be the same color. Thank you. It's a nice scarf, right? Should be a little darker though. This color, but a little darker, like that. Better. Um, the rings. I think I'm just going for yellow rings, like gold rings, because they pop, and it's always nice. More there, but less saturated. There. Okay. The religious thing now. It is going to be. I don't know. That this one I really don't. Lots of brown in this picture. Yeah, what if I go to like the rings? Wait. Yeah. Okay. Go like the rings. Okay, there we go. The hat is probably the hardest because I conceive the hat as being yellow, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Hmm. Actually, I think it works. It's going to work. Yes, it's going to work. Yes. Okay. It's yes. 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 The hat is going to work as yellow. I have to think of the shading. I have to look at it and think, hey, this is going to get shaded like a hat and not like a weird ball at some point. Okay, skeleton time. Skeleton is just going to be a yellowish white because we're going like with a lot of earth tones here. Oh, but a golden skeleton is kind of cool. Hmm, golden skeleton. Yeah, let's go like with a more. The head of the jellyfish. I was thinking it in an orange, very desaturated orange. Hmm, don't know if I like this. What about a darker orange? Yeah, you go walk the dog. Bye. Till next time. Hmm. What if instead of a orange, I go with the pink side of the color spectrum? Hmm. No. I think orange is the way. I just need to find the right orange. Maybe more to the red. Clean. Hmm. Which color should be this red head jellyfish? Hmm. I don't hate this. Hmm. Oh, okay. It's this one. It's this one. It's totally this one. And with lightning and lighting and shading, it's going to get more interesting. But I think this purplish, just to contrast with the warm colors of the top, we have a more purple red in the bottom, right? So on the top, the colors go more for the yellow, and on the bottom, the colors go more to the blue. I think that's going to work. I could even try to do a degradé. Okay, less saturation there and darker. Now I have to rethink a little bit because I was thinking this part of was orange. Oh, it works. Oh, it works. It really fits in the orange here. Not orange, yellowish. Let's go to actual orange. Okay, dark orange. So let's make it lighter. Too light. Too light. I think this is fine. And then you put some. This looks weird, but it's going to look fine in the end with shading, I feel. Let me take a test though. If I put a layer of black and white, with the layer of black and white, no, not this. Okay, that this works. Um, Not a lot of contrasting hue though. Okay, so the jellyfish bottom. Let me pick up this color. The jellyfish bottom is on a color with a hue that's not very interesting, so let's make it darker. And that color is okay. So this is what will make the color the thing more interesting. Okay. And on top of everything, there's a layer. There is this. Let me find a brush, make the size very big, make it black, opacity. Okay. So this is the painting before I started actually painting anything, like throwing colors and making something interesting with it. And thinking about lighting. Oh, I forgot about the polygon. Hmm. Not very happy about the hat. Or maybe the jellyfish. I think I need to think more about this, but I think for today this is enough. For today this is enough. So thank you people very much for coming. Like for real, for real. Amazing stream. Like I worked a lot. I was a productive person today. Uh Thank you very much for being here. My ass is hurting a little bit because I've been sitting for so long. And yes, thank you, 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 thank you. I cannot, I cannot be thankful enough for your presence. So, with that said, please be safe. That's a very important thing. Be safe. And until next time, okay? Kisses. Mwah. Relax. Have a nap. Have a good time.
The game's over. The game's over.